tree medicine. Fern medicine. I found this on a hike in Boulder, Colorado, and it has become a dear companion. I like to sing with it, brush my energy. Feels so good, like a little scratchy, tickly. I love it when I can find bits of nature, and some of them are really clear that they want to be, they want to come with me. I always inquire very deeply in my heart, and some of them are like, yes. And this one was like, yes, pick me up. I'm coming with you. And I was like, okay. And so I sort of use it like a shakapa, like an Amazonian shakapa, except I have to hit it on my hand because you can't hear it when it's just like that. So it's so soothing and relaxing. Just clear the energy. I have so much that I feel wants to be shared, and yet it's quite multifaceted, and so there is no sense yet of how to speak on things that are pre-planned. I would like to show up more spontaneously and share what is emergent from my heart, which often helps to get activated with a little bit of little sounds and little noises. Helps to move some of this energy so that whatever message feels that it needs to come through has the space and the safety to come through. And any of you that are sensitive to energy or work with energy, there is an offering through your consent that you would like to receive whatever energy is most conducive for your highest perspective at this time. And anything that doesn't feel right or that isn't meant for you, it's okay. It's not for you. So right now, for this message, grief. Grief is becoming my biggest ally and friend and companion. Anyone else going through any grief? Any stuck sadness or energy that's really, really, really deep? Perhaps it's not known as grief just yet. Maybe it's more of like a stuckness, dullness. Maybe there's reactivity or anger even, or avoidance. There's a lot of stages and phases of processing emotion before grief has the conditions to actually become released. And given that there's so much amping up in the world and the culture at large, there is an incredible pressure. It's almost like we're in a pressurizer at this time. How many of you have felt that sense of your grief, your feelings, your emotions being connected to the collectives? That some aspect of what you are experiencing is being worked with. It's being poked and moved and activated from what's going on at the collective. We're all aspects of a beautiful cosmic individualization of Godhead, if you will, of energy, of interconnectedness. I'm getting some messages about needing to open up blockages in my throat so that I can feel comfortable speaking to you. Getting practice speaking and opening my heart, connected with my voice, activating the words, the vibrations, the pulsations from my orifice to get the message across, which is in the words, but also in all of the space in between and where the words are coming from. So as I feel myself deepen into a calmer field, more accuracy of embodiment is made available. I'm in a deep practice, a deep communion with embodying authentic self, energy, as it wishes to use my vessel for healing and energy clearing. Because I believe very deeply that as the energy moves through me and I yield to this energy, I yield, and open, that it is a offering, especially for those that feel a type of resonance with the spontaneous journey that my communication style often will go in, which is a sort of non-linear, not necessarily based in reason, although part of the process is to learn how we can, as people who are deeply empathic or intuitive or sensitive, can begin to cultivate a type of cohesion, a cohesive transmission, if you will. So I invite this message to meet you wherever it finds you. Take care of yourself. The time has come to take care of yourself. When we ask for updates and elevation of our consciousness, it is given and granted, albeit sometimes things must move out of the way, appearingly out of the way, so that the ask can be delivered in the form most conducive for the deepest aspect of your intention. One of the lessons that I'm currently undergoing is intention is distinct from capacity. I've held very deep intentions, and I have not always had the capacity to fulfill the image of what I believed it would look like to be in integrity and alignment with that intention. Now, this is because getting in touch with deeper sincerity and clarity of purpose, of what I've come here to do, I am invited automatically to participate in a process of realizing deeper layers of where my limitations of integrity and authentic power, where those limitations reside. One of the terms that is often used is wounding or trauma or multi-generational trauma or attachment styles. All of these are linked to the aspect that still resides in separation. So, separation, consciousness, consciousness is. Consciousness is. And somewhere along the way, we have deeply entrenched a code of separation from consciousness, in consciousness. And this is what gives the deepest dis-ease, and I believe is the source of the innermost pocket of untapped grief. it is extremely painful to believe in our separation. And it requires a tremendous amount of energy to cope with that belief structure. But the time is here and now that more of us are waking up to deeper aspects and deeper layers of non-separateness, of interconnectedness, of the aspects of ourself that are indivisible. These aren't surface level qualities, because clearly there's distinction everywhere we look in form. And we get very distracted by these distinctions. And we judge them. We can find them extremely beautiful or very distasteful. We don't like it. We'll reject it. The distinctions and the duality place us in an experience in which we are constantly running a program of comparison and judgment, of likes and dislikes, of goods and bads. What has that been like? What is it like to glimpse tastes of unity? And how have you perhaps maybe reached that space within your innermost being? For me, it's grief. It's through grief. That's where it's the strongest. And interestingly enough, that's been the hardest for me to access in my life. I just learned how to really grieve only like 2 years ago. There was a lot of stuff that was not coming out, that needed to come out. And perhaps I'll make another video on that experience of what can happen when a lot of grief comes out unexpectedly and the energetic channels that open therein. Because it was a lot to navigate, let me tell you. For anyone who's experiencing Kundalini awakenings and clearing energy channels and getting the chakras humming and working with deeper portals, it's definitely something I would love to speak to and hope to share with you on this journey. For now, I'll call this a little introduction video, perhaps, to more of what wants to come through. Wishing you a beautiful day.